Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just tuned in, where the hell have you been? We've been watching a fantastic series between EGAxslav and Katz, as Katz shows a masterclass of Zerg versus Protoss aggression, whereby he's able to take advantage of the passive style of EGAxslav, take a gold mineral expansion a couple of minutes into the game, and use that economic advantage to push with a composition of Zerglings, Banelings, Corruptors, and, of course, Hydralisks, because, hey, why not? And he was able to take down the expansion of his opponent not once but twice, get the push in, and took the creep to the very doorstep of his opponent. Oh yes, the doormat will not be found under the wealth of Zerg biomatter that was left right there. And the question is, will EGAxslav's bones be buried underneath it in this next matchup? We'll find out, folks. The action is heating up right here on the IPL, and I'm ready to get started. Hopefully you guys are as well. Get psyched, get hyped. Violence is coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the crevasse. What is inside the crevasse? Will it be mysterious? Will it be excellent? Will it be awesome? Yes, to all three. EGAxslav in the red trunks. He is playing Protoss right here to the southeast of this particular map from Team Evil Geniuses versus his opponent in the yellow trunks. We have Katz from Team Root. He's playing Zerg and he is to the southwest. Katz showed an excellent display in that matchup, bringing this series to 1 apiece. And now I have this feeling that he might even have the measure of his opponent. The question is, will EGAxslav vary things up? It is a possibility. He went for early Dark Templar, which was a good maneuver. However, it's kind of a one-trick pony, especially considering his opponent had already gotten a layer out. As soon as the Dark Templar came in and started doing damage, then out came the Overseers, and that really was that. Able to shut down that harassment without too much of a problem. And Katz gained the upper hand and was able to dominate. The question is, can he continue that? Right now, EGAxslav on his way out looking for the base of his opponent. It is a very real possibility that Katz will be able to actually get an expansion here. He is on 14 supply. EGAxslav is scouted in the wrong direction. If he ends up here, there is no way he's going to be able to block that off. Assuming an expansion comes down. 15 drones out, looking for the 16th right here from Katz. Looking to go out for the expansion right now. EGAxslav, I don't think he's going to be able to block this. It's looking very, very unlikely. That'll prove to be quite helpful. Bear in mind, this is the crevasse, which means you've also got this back expansion as well. If the Zerg is able to expand at the front, that's a massive coup for the Zerg against the Protoss. It's not the kind of thing you want as a Protoss player at all, because you've just given the Zerg access to 3 easy defendable bases. Nowhere near ideal. Bit fortunate there for Katz, honestly. If they'd spawned in other positions, that could have been a bad situation. But as it stands, Katz already with exactly what he needs to make a really good go of this game. The question is, what will EGAxslav do in response? Up until this point, he's proven himself to be a very solid, very patient macro player. He's very defensive as well. He is pretty much immune to any real harassment. However, he's very slow to get going. His style is exploitable in the first 10 or so minutes of the game. His mid-game isn't that strong either. He tends to go for a 2-gateway approach. Sometimes a 3, but never really any more than that. And Katz will be able to get the measure of him. He is already moving in that Overlord. That Overlord should be safe as well. It might get picked off by the Stalker that comes in, but it seems very unlikely unless it's hyper-chrono boosted out. There you go. He knows exactly what his opponent's doing. He's feeling good about it right now. A probe comes in for harassment, but you know that's not going to be able to do much. And that expansion up for him as well. And actually, that wasn't even scouted. That's interesting. That is a little bit of an error right there for EGAxslav. I imagine EGAxslav will want to get out of there immediately. He's going to stick around for the time being. He'll be driven away by the Queen once it comes down, but no Zerglings coming out right now for Katz at all. EGAxslav will no doubt scout this expansion now. Surely he cannot leave that unscouted. That would be ridiculous. He sees the creep. There we go. He sees the creep. He knows that that expansion is there now, so there you go. Ooh, and now that really is a differentiation, is it not? Stargate coming up right now. That is a 1 gateway into Stargate. That could be early Void Ray. It could be early Phoenix. One way or the other, that could prove to be a little bit problematic for Katz. Bear in mind that he does have a couple of Queens coming out, so he'll be able to deal with at least a few Phoenixes. Void Rays, on the other hand, might prove to be a little bit difficult. This is going to involve Katz actually spotting this, which is going to be nigh on impossible unless he sacrifices an Overlord to make that happen. That Stargate is nice in the corner. In fact, he could get an Overlord in there. It is possible. However, EGAxslav will see that Overlord coming across there. He needs to really move around and scout the back of this base. He's not expecting anything. It is a chrono-boosted early Void Ray right now. This could be dangerous. In the meantime, however, Katz is keeping an eye on things. If he's able to get a couple more queens up, he should be fine. Spinecrawler on the way up for ground defense, but no sign of air. We're getting no evolution chamber. A single queen isn't really enough to deal with a Void Ray. 2 would be. So it depends. Will his legendary creep spread come into play here? Will he be able to spread it across here? Early on in the game, it tends to not happen. Because, of course, he wants to get his economy rolling. He needs the lava. And that might, in fact, be a very, very bad thing for him. 1 Void Ray is on the field. Only a single Void Ray now into a Phoenix. It is possible that Katz will be able to deal with this. He's probably going to need his second queen to make that happen, though. We'll find out. Lair is on its way as well, so this air superiority of EGAxslav is not going to last all that long. In comes the harassment, focusing fire immediately. Queen starting to harass it, needs to focus on the queen immediately. Looking for the shield to go down, however the Void Ray should be able to win this particular encounter. Katz forced all the way back. In comes a Phoenix as well to back that one up. Drones come off the line, no creep spread, doesn't help at all, and it's a lift as well. Oh, nice play there by EGAxslav. A great combo of a Phoenix with a Void Ray. Kills the queen off entirely. That second queen is not going to be able to do too much. Oh dear, Evolution Chamber is on its way, and now getting some Overlord harassment as well. In comes the second queen. Does he have the energy to pick it up? He does not. Graviton Beam is not going to come into play right now. However, this is not looking good. Second Phoenix coming in. Graviton Beam grabs it out, and this is really bad for Katz right now. Very bad indeed. EGAxslav with an excellent opening, catching his opponent completely off guard. And that really was what EGAxslav needed. He needed to switch things up. He had to change tactics. Right now, he's taken out the expansion of his opponent. He's denied it completely. Another queen coming up. Looks like that will go down. Where are those Phoenixes? No energy on either of them. Will he get that up in time? It's looking like he might. There we go. Another Phoenix to reinforce it. Up it goes, and down it goes right now. And a awesome combination. The Protoss Air Force early game right now. That's a lot of damage, and that's a supply block as well for Katz right now. Needs to get the Hydralisks on the field, but it's going to take him a long time to do that. In the meantime, harassment is coming in. In comes the Spore Crawler. It is not down in time. However, there is one here, so no harassment on the mineral line at least, and Katz will be able to pull back. However, he's going to lose that. Really, it's looking very unlikely that it will actually live. We do have queens coming up. We do have Hydras. They will not be up in time. And down goes that expansion. Nowhere near ideal. And EGAxslav has an expansion of his own. He has economic advantage. He has air superiority. And Katz is on the ropes right now already. Not even 10 minutes into this game. Will EGAxslav be able to follow it up more to the point, however? In come the Hydralisk, trying to pick off a Phoenix. There are a lot of Phoenixes on the field right now. He doesn't quite have the number of Hydras to be able to grab and take them out. One coming down right here. Looks for the second, brings it in from the side. However, annihilating those Hydras very rapidly. Can he even take another Phoenix out? He cannot. However, those Phoenixes are now out of energy. A second wave of Hydras would do the job, but still, an economically crippled Zerg player like Katz right now, who is lagging behind severely, may not be able to keep up with that kind of pressure. Ventral Sacks are on the way for Katz. I noticed that coming out earlier, but that is a very odd and interesting maneuver. But he might be able to exploit the fact that he doesn't have an awful lot of defenses right now. Do we have any photon cannons? Couple coming out the front. However, this is vulnerable. Once again, moving around right here, keeping an eye on things. We need more Hydras. We need more anti-air of some description. Moving that Spore Crawler along very, very quickly. I say very quickly, I'm kind of lying. I'm trying to give it a little bit of encouragement. Go on there, get over there. You know you can do it. Waddling along there very, very slowly indeed, but he's able to get the deployment, and he should be fairly secure against those right now. More to the point, though, it doesn't matter if you're secure, you need to get back in this fight. And if EGAxslav is allowed to really get rolling, come on, he's got Robotics Bay coming up. He's got Colossi coming up. Katz needs to do something in order to prevent that from happening. That Air Force is still going to be very dangerous, and if he's forced his opponent to go purely into Hydralisks, then what exactly can you expect? Well, you can expect them to get gutted by the forces of EGAxslav, because those Colossi will tear him up. In they come, and no deployment because he's got no creep. That's terrible. No Overlord available to deploy the creep right there. And those Spore Crawlers might actually get taken out as a result of this critical mistake here by Katz. That isn't good at all. In comes that one Void Ray, however, and he cancels it. No creep for the Spore Crawlers. Not able to deploy, and the Spine Crawler's going to get taken out as well. Katz needs to get the hell out of there. This is not looking good for him at all. 7 Hydralisks on the field. Will it be enough to break the Air Force of EGAxslav? It's looking not so likely right now. It's 6 Phoenixes, and there is a Void Ray on the field as well. It's taking such a horrible toll right now. Looks to try and get some harassment in. Not really getting any. That's 13 kills on that Void Ray. That is critical. 60 Harvesters to 29. EGAxslav's going to start to roll over Katz if Katz isn't careful. Already, Katz is in a terrible position. Hydralisks coming on the field. He's got a good number of them. Can he counterattack? If he waits too long, if the Colossi starts to come out, he's pretty much doomed. He can't deal with it. He doesn't have an Air Force of his own. Hatchery coming down there just for the sake of macro. Catz really doesn't have a lot going for him at this point. EGAxslav with plenty of Phoenixes on the field, air superiority, a Colossus, Stalkers, Sentries, Photon Cannons. What else do you need in order to get a decisive win as a Protoss player against the Zerg? Honestly, not a huge amount. Pure Hydralisk right now for Catz. Pure Hydralisk, a couple of Zerglings in the mix, not a huge number, looking for level 1 weapon upgrade, but it won't matter if those Colossi start to tear through them, and they will. EGAxslav rolling forward once again, and that's a good amount of Hydralisks. He should be able to take out those Phoenixes if he's caught out. However, he will know that his opponent has gone for pure Hydralisk, so that will be a lot of Colossi coming out to counteract that. In they come, the Hydralisks are not fast enough, the creep spread is not good enough. However, we are looking for a drop right now, and the numbers are pretty good to make this happen. However, does he have the speed upgrade? He does. They're moving fairly rapidly. The Phoenixes are the real problem. Will he be able to avoid it? This is a very sneaky maneuver, but it's very risky. If he gets spotted by any of those Phoenixes, everything will die. He is out of position. He's not been seen. EGAxslav not ready to deal with this at all. This could be deadly. This is 18 Hydras. They will tear through that base like a hot knife through butter. Those Phoenixes will do absolutely nothing. Moving for an interception right now. However, they're not quick enough. Down come the Hydralisks. Down goes the Photon Cannon. And down goes EGAxslav's base very quickly. In come the Colossi, however. And he needs to focus them down almost immediately. Missed micro right now from EGAxslav. Losing one. Here's a quick grab. Looks for the second one right now. However, Catz is taking a lot of damage. Needs to bring the second one down. He does it. He does it. He brings it down. More Hydralisks on the way. That first drop has been soundly defeated. But he did take the Colossi with him. And he's got more Hydralisks to reinforce. Could be looking for yet another drop, but surely those Phoenixes are ready for some more aggression of that type. He wasn't able to bring the Nexus down. He was able to deny mining for the time being, but he is still well behind. That's 136 to 55 supply. A simple hammer blow attack right now by EGAxslav could really take him out. I'm still very worried right now. A second drop coming in consisting of 9 Hydralisks. Will he take the Photon Cannons out in time? It looks like he might at least take one. Looks for the second one as well. And once again, EGAxslav caught out of position. There's the quick cancel. There we go, one free Phoenix. Can he take that one down? Yes, he can. He can deny the mining. Takes the pylon. However, now he's caught out without any means of escape, and he's going to have to fight a superior force of EGAxslav. That's going to be dangerous. In comes the Colossi once again. He's going to be able to cut through those forces, and Catz can't do anything right now. This is still very bad for Catz. His economy is in tatters. 34 harvesters to 67. Repeated Phoenix harassment has not helped him out one little bit. EGAxslav still has the upper hand. He's playing very patiently. And right now, his army composition is huge. He has a... oh, good lord. He's got triple the forces of his opponent. He can just win right now. He can go in right now and annihilate him. I like to try and keep the action going, folks, but this is just a massacre. It is a whitewash in favor of EGAxslav. Oh, dear. That's 24. Count them. 24 Stalkers. 3 Colossi. Sentries put in there just for the hell of having them. Looking for an access route. Easily finds one. A simple attack is all that is required. 4 Mutalisks will not put Catz back in the fight here at all. It will not do the job. Twilight Council on the way to help. Give Blink Stalkers, I can only imagine. Here comes the push, though. He's not going to need Blink Stalkers at all. Catz sees it. Catz has nothing really to defend against it. 6 Hydralisks and 6 Mutas is not enough to beat a force of that size. It isn't going to happen. EGAxslav pushes his way forward right now. A last-ditch Alamo-style defense is what he needs. But look at that concave covering the entirety of that area. 32 Stalkers right now. In they come. And this is the doom of Catz. A massive ball of death. Good game. He doesn't even try and fight it now. Don't blame him. And the second game going to EGAxslav right here in this best of 5 series. That's 2-1, folks. It's 3 games in, but it's his second game win. And we'll be right back after this, folks, with yet more action. And will Catz drop out of this tournament? He's 1 game away from making that happen. EGAxslav in a good position right now.